What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Morgan the CEO, back with another episode. We on episode 2 now of the CEO Lifestyle Podcast with your girl, Morgan the CEO. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's listened to the first episode. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you so much. So we in episode 2, and like I said, the last episode, we're going to talk about the mindset and how it shifted and all that other good stuff, right? So what we're going to talk about today is that little voice in your head, your inner thoughts, your self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? But first, I'd like to let you know that we have a special guest in the building whom I believe is going to be here pretty often. Her name is Karis Lovechild. I mentioned her in the first episode. She is a serial entrepreneur, singer, songwriter, actress, coach, and my girlfriend, Karis Lovechild, will be here today discussing self-talk and discussing goal setting, discussing all types of good stuff. But first, we need to get into this intro. Here we go, the CEO Lifestyle Podcast with Morgan the CEO. Let's go. Y'all, we back. Morgan the CEO. This is the CEO Lifestyle Podcast. Like I told you, we got a special guest here. Her name is Karis Lovechild. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Hey.
So excited.
Yes. How does it feel? I know I'm your girlfriend. Does this feel like different? Where it's like, does this feel like work, or does this feel like, oh, so, we're just talking? How's it feel?
It feels hot.
It feels hot?
And it doesn't feel like work. It feels like we're just doing something great with our lives.
Absolutely.
We always talk.
Always.
So recording it, I think it's hot.
Yeah. So I do want to let people know that you are, when I say serial entrepreneur, you own Pussy Potions.
Yeah.
Right? What else do you own?
Black Botanica.
Okay.
Also just... It's a few things, actually.
Absolutely. That's all.
Not really nobody's business, though.
Yeah.
But I also have a TLC business, and I am a regional director, and I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. And that's what we mean by being a coach, too, right? Because you coach a lot of Yes. How does that feel, being a coach?
It's cool. I learned a lot. Had to learn a lot about myself and study and learn leadership. 5 Laws of Leadership, one of my favorite books.
Nice.
Listen to it over and over and over and over and over. You can learn a lot from that. Leadership is very, it's a big responsibility.
It is.
So I learned a lot in this year, and it has pushed me to realize that, your tribe, your vibe is your tribe. So you're going to attract people wherever you are, whatever frequency you're on. And I work with the willing, and I love it because I'm willing.
Absolutely.
I love it.
You are. I know that. I know that. So what we're going to talk about today is self-talk, amongst a few other things.
Cool.
But self-talk. It's crazy. When I was young, tell me if this happened to you too, if it's like, was it a me thing or everybody go through this? But I remember having a thought where I was like, when I would hear the voice in my head, and I actually was like, can anybody hear this? Like, I was just like... Is it just me? Like, I didn't understand that I speak out loud, and then I also have a voice inside of me, and nobody can hear that until I guess I grew up a little bit. Like, how did you have that, or that was just me?
I don't think I had that aha moment, but
I definitely remember that because I was like,
that's cool.
Yeah, because I used to always wonder, like, how is there a voice inside?
Like, who is that?
Head? Yeah, and I guess it sounds like me, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, I think the voice does sound like you.
That's
right?
good.
Yeah. But self-talk, we're going to talk about actually what you say to yourself, like the belief that you have within yourself. Some people, they'll get up, they'll say affirmations, or they know that they're amazing, so they say, I'm amazing, I'm this. But then you also have some people that's like, that will actually tell you, I can't do that, or I'm this, or some people believe that they might be unattractive or whatever. They tell themselves that. Some people tell themselves that they're a failure, or, what do you think about, well, first and foremost, what do you say to yourself?
Like, every day.
Yeah.
I always look at myself and say, I love you.
Okay.
I really, really do. I look in the mirror and say, girl, I love you. Because sometimes we can go through life and you're not always in the mood to say something so like brilliant, like, oh, I'm amazing. Sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror like, girl, I love you.
Yeah.
You still here. You still growing. You still glowing. You got this. I say you got this to myself a lot. I say, Karis, you got this. Karis, you got this.
Yeah.
Karis.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. And it just gives me that strength that I need. So I say lots of love and lots of affirmation like, you're good.
Okay. So was it always like this though?
No.
It wasn't?
Oh, no. I used to hate myself.
So how did that feel? Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so for majority of the people, I believe that listen to this might be the type of people who want to reprogram their mind,
Yes.
right? So coming from, okay, I used to say this to myself and now I say this to myself. Like, how did you do that?
I decided to do it. I decided to do it. And what I did was I lied to myself until I believed it. So one of the first ones, I remember looking in the mirror and saying, Karis, you're beautiful. I had all of these, Karis, you're beautiful. Karis, you're beautiful. I did not believe I was beautiful. I used to look at my face and hated my face. I felt like it was not mine. I felt like it had scars on it because of the acne scars. And I just wanted a new one. I wanted a new one. Didn't like it. I used to hurt myself and stuff. So, I just didn't. And that was the first thing I changed.
Okay. So just saying it actually changed, like how you thought?
I had to look in the mirror and I kept saying it over and over. And I think when you start to say stuff over and over, you start to actually see it and manifest it in subtle different ways. So you might start seeing beautiful. You might start hearing the word beautiful. Your subconscious mind, you just reprogramming it, and it just eventually I did believe it. And I remember I was like, whoa, I love myself. I am beautiful. And then I moved on with, you can do this, you got this,
Right. And then it was easier going from there, like.
I feel like with my inner beauty and feeling it, and feeling beautiful, yes.
Okay.
Like, it's definitely ongoing. And I always was kind of goal-oriented, too, though. I always be like, you got this. I believe that I always got it.
Yeah.
So that's something I would do regardless, whether before the beauty thing.
Okay.
But I think the one time I remember talking to myself, I was saying, you're beautiful. Karis, you're beautiful. And saying I love you and kissing my I kissed my hand.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like I kissed myself.
Yeah. Do you remember like that moment where you had that aha moment, like, oh, I reprogrammed myself. Like now this is natural.
When I learned about what reprogramming was, like when I started reading the books.
So how old? Like
20 something. Girl, when you're in your 20s, you forget the 20 number.
Yeah.
At 21, I just started doing personal development. And I started doing life coaching with my amazing coach. She's still my coach today, Valerie Love. Okay, she on YouTube. You can find her. She always offers so much value. But I actually was one of her clients, and I went through this 9-month process. I was in a mastermind with a few other people, and we would wake up early in the morning. We had coaching on Monday. For me, I was in Vegas, so I think it was like 3 a.m. It was like 6 a.m. coaching on the East Coast.
Oh, wow.
And we did it every Monday for 9 months straight. And that's when I started to learn about going a little deeper with your personal development, how to talk to yourself, how to celebrate yourself, and, how to calculate your wins. And at the end of the 9 months, I had a creation, and it was my album. So I really dedicated that time to myself and to start growing.
Okay. Well, something that you just said. So you said you all had the talks at 6 a.m. Well, for everybody else, it was what time?
It was 6 a.m. for them.
Oh, and what time was it for you?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. That's even better. So 3 a.m. you got up and you got on the calls.
Yeah,
right?
we had Zooms, and check this out. I didn't have Wi-Fi. So I used to go to the Del Taco across the street from my house, 3 a.m, sitting on the curb with an Apple laptop.
But that
at my coaching call session.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
But that's what I was going to say. So that actually lets you know the type of mindset you got to have, because a lot of people won't do that. 3 o'clock in the morning, they're like, what? They're either asleep or, or they'll go to sleep by that time, whatever. So that takes discipline.
Yeah.
A lot of determination. How often did you all do it?
9 months I did it
9
straight.
months. How many days? Like
I think I probably missed 2, but on Monday, 1 day a week.
1 day a week. Right. So a lot of people won't even do that. They won't even get up at 3 o'clock they'll probably be like, oh, it's 3:00 on this side.
Fuck
Like
that. I want my dream to come true.
Even 6 a.m. might not be a good one for them. You know, they probably won't wake up on time. So it definitely takes a lot of discipline and stuff like that for one to even want to change your mindset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. And it wasn't Zoom. It was actually Google Hangouts.
Okay. Oh, old school.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So where you are now, like, what do you do? Well, you told me what you do every day. So is it anything that you do when it comes to like your business or just growing from where you are now? Like, what do you have to do in order to become a better you or get to your next level?
For me, I like the books.
Okay.
I like to read before I go to bed. Sometimes during the day, I listen to the audiobooks. But I really think at this point, reading books is what I need.
Okay.
So I go through with the feeling of it, whatever I feel like I need periodically, you know, in stages in your life. But right now, I'm on books.
Okay, so give us 5 books.
Oh, 5 books? Oh, they're my spirituality books. They have nothing to do with this.
Hey, give us anything that you feel like can feed
5
everyone's
books.
soul.
Okay, earlier I was reading The Science of Getting Rich.
Okay.
Super cool. I was listening to it and it was just like, you are entitled to be rich. Rich. You're good. You deserve it. How are you going to have a full life if you cannot buy the books? Right. I love the books. What am I going to do?
Right.
Steal it? No. I'm not that person anymore. Girl, I stole a Barnes & Noble's book from Barack Obama. I stole his book.
Oh, yeah.
From Barnes & Noble.
That book was good, too, wasn't it?
Yo! Yeah. I was just so funny. I was like 15. It was when he was, I don't know if he was elected yet.
I think when he was running, it was the one about his father.
It was his book.
Something with my letters to my father or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I just know that I stole it. And I was just like, dang, yo, you really want books?
Yeah, like you don't hear people like, I'm about to go steal this book real quick.
No, wait, you do though. What's her name? Sophia Amoroso.
Oh,
Girl
right.
Boss. I love her.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dang, I didn't even know she was stealing books back then, but we got something in common.
That's true, yeah, because you got to get that knowledge in by any means necessary.
Yeah, but I didn't get caught, Sophia.
Yeah, right. And now no more stealing.
No. I actually replace things now. I actually give away books and
yeah.
You know.
So you'll just basically pay it forward and give that book to someone else.
Absolutely.
You buy it for somebody.
Absolutely.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Look, so we're gonna be back. I have to do a quick little commercial run real quick, and we will be back with the CEO Lifestyle Podcast with Karis Lovechild and Morgan the CEO. Let's go. What's up, y'all? This is Morgan, the CEO. We are back, and I am here with Miss...
I don't want to say my name.
You don't want to say your name?
Want you to say
Miss
it.
Karis Lovechild.
Yeah, I want you to say my name.
Yeah. No, so, all right. So what we were talking about were the books. You only mentioned 1, so now we need 4 more.
Ooh, 4 more that I would want people to read.
Or that you read. I mean...
Or that I read.
You found really...
No, I just... I don't know. I don't have, like, I'm not that type of person that got, like, 5 books.
Okay.
It depends on what you want to experience.
Well, give us a mixture. So I can throw in a book that I know you've read because we read it together. But we read A Happy Pocket Full of Money.
Oh, that is lit.
Yes. And that was a really good book.
I actually I do recommend that book to people.
Yeah. What was cool about that book was that he was talking about quantum physics,
Oh,
right?
my goodness, yes.
Yeah, and
I want to read
broke
it again.
down. Yeah, it made sense. I was like, wow. Yeah, I'd like to reread it too because now I feel like you could read a book and then you kind of forget what it says.
Yeah,
like, it's in your
refresh.
mind, but you don't remember to, like, actually implement it in your life. So you got to keep reading it. Because I completely forgot what he said about quantum physics. I couldn't even tell you. So a 3rd book. You got any more? It could be anything.
It's so many things, but it's nothing I can think of.
Okay. That's cool. It's all good. By the end of this episode, you probably going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, read this. So we'll just whatever. So also what I wanted to talk about is goal setting. And I want to see what you think about it. Like, do you, each day, do you say, okay, boom, I'm going to do this, and that, and you have like a checklist? Or like, how do you actually like operate daily? Is there a routine or you just kind of go with it?
I have a routine, kind of, but I kind of go with it.
You
because
just go with it.
sometimes every day has a different energy. And sometimes I really flow with that intense energy. Like Monday, I be kind of chill. You know, I kind of chill, but I am working. But it's in like a smooth way. Like everything flows on my Mondays. Tuesday, I'm working. That's a Mars day. I'm working. Wednesday, today, communication. We do stuff like this. So I do some YouTube videos, go live, something like that. Communicate with my team, you know. So I go with the flow of the day. Thursday, grind. Jupiter, big checks.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Friday, we be chilling and in love.
Hey.
You know, in the studio, making some music or whatever.
Yeah.
Photo shoots. But yeah, I go with the energy of the day, but it kind of do be looking like that every week.
So you're not really like the structured person where it's like, all right, I have to get this done, this, that, and that, and have the checklist and all that stuff.
It works for me, but it don't feel that good. Like, it's not fulfilling. But I do have some type of organization. Like, we have the calendar, and I'll jot down the tasks for the day, but not necessarily at that time. But I'll still get them done.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I know for me, I'm still figuring out, like, I have so many different ways I work. Because sometimes I do just kind of go with the flow. But then sometimes I'm really structured where I'm like, I'm blocking off this amount of time to do this. Like, since it's so many things that I do, I'm like, I have to allot certain hours within the day to make sure I do it. I don't want to spend the whole day just on one thing. Right. So, like, I don't want to spend the whole day on the CEO style. I want to block it off and do like 2 hours on that, and then 2 hours on my music, and then 2 hours on writing, and 2 hours on self-development. Or
I just can't operate like that. Like, it was, for me, it's just like, in the morning, I can have a routine. I can wake up, I can brush my teeth, take my shower, meditate, pray. I'm good.
Right.
Take my product. But then after that, it's just like, okay, I'm going to do what I feel like doing.
Yeah. So you do
whatever
it morning
for me.
Though.
Yes, definitely. In my night routine.
Okay. Well, I'll ask you, well, you did just kind of say what your morning routine is. So you feel like it's important to have time for yourself in the morning before working?
Oh my gosh, I need it. I try not to look at my phone. I notice that sometimes if I do go straight into work, then I did it. It's okay. I forgive myself. But I definitely prefer to have some time beforehand looking at all this stuff. It makes me feel like way more refreshed.
Okay, I got you. So what would you tell people who want to begin? We're going to go back to the reprogramming your mind.
Oh, and one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
A book. A book to help you with your routine.
I knew you was going to think of something.
Know?
Go ahead.
The Miracle Morning.
Yes.
That's where I kind of started to adapt my morning routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good book.
I feel like, I've heard you listening to that one, so that one was really good. You know, another book that's good about
Actually, I made the most money in my life when I first read that book. That first month, what?
We
my
need to read
income
that.
Fucking went crazy.
We need to read that together.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's time for a reread for that one too. But there's a book that I read that's really good about morning routines. It's called The 5 a.m. Club.
Oh,
his name
is him?
Huh?
Is that him?
Who?
That's the same writer?
Oh no, his name is Robin, I think Sharma, or something like that. I could have his last name wrong. I follow him on Instagram. I'm not sure how I even came across the book. But his book is really good. He's a pretty cool guy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But what would you recommend to someone who is right at the beginning, right? They know that they need that they want to change. They want to step into their purpose. They want to, maybe they lack confidence. They want to build their confidence. Yeah. They want to get out there and start doing what they know they're meant to do, stuff like that. But they don't know where to start. So, what would you recommend, first and foremost, to somebody who may not believe in themselves?
Okay. I feel like you just got to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
Because once you do it, it's done. And if you keep doing it, you'll keep reaping the benefits of keep doing it. If you stop, you'll never receive anything, valuable. You just stopped, and that was it. But you got to keep doing it. Everything that I just do it. I actually kind of throw myself out there to force myself to actually take action. Yeah. Instead of thinking about it, I jump and diverse myself in it and be like, let's go. And I'll be like, okay, let me figure it out. Swim back. And
it's like, just do it. Just jump out there. Just count backwards and just do it. Like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you need to wake up and you don't feel like getting up. you just do it. Like
Yeah.
you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't feel like
No, just
it.
get up.
Just get
You
up.
have to want to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like when you change anything, it starts with a decision. And then next is that action. What's good? You want to change or not?
Yeah, that's true. Because ultimately it is on you.
Yeah,
right? You can't really blame somebody else for you not changing. You can't say, oh, it's your fault that I'm still
not waking up.
Right. Right.
Childish.
Yeah. I mean, you will have some people who will make excuses though.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I can't wake up early.
Yes,
because...
you can. Take NRG. Click the link in my bio. Go get you some boo.
Click the link in her bio. Get
Yes.
some NRG. That NRG is amazing. We took it this morning, and now that I think about it, we was going. We was getting work done.
Oh, yeah. I took 2.
Oh, yeah?
I took 2 and
That's
like
why
5, 6 shots of NutriBurst.
Okay.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I woke up sluggish this morning. I was like, wake up.
Yeah.
Took my products, feel amazing. NRG has something inside of it that actually helps you to focus too. So some people got Brain, but you can take that natural supplement and it helps you
the
out.
focus pill.
Yeah. I thought, yeah.
Hey, high five.
Okay.
They can't see this, but yeah, they can hear it. Hold on. Thank you. So, okay, so that's somebody that just needs to kind of get out there and just do it. So even if you don't believe in yourself,
you got to do it anyway. Because guess what? You just don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you do it and you just do it and you don't care and it's satisfying.
Right. So failure.
Ooh.
That's what we'll talk about then.
Okay.
So if it's a person, because most people just say, well, I'd like to do this, but I'm afraid, right?
Okay.
I might fail or whatever. But you're saying, okay, even if you don't believe in yourself or whatever, you do it anyway.
Yeah.
So what if they do fail though?
Oh, well, I don't know what failure is like. I feel like, what is failure?
That's a good question. I guess, okay, to this person that I'll just say subject A, right? Okay. Subject A, when they say, I'd like to start this business, but what if it fails, right? I guess to them, failure is not making money once they launch or I guess for the first year or I don't know. What other things could a business fail at?
I don't know. I think success depends on you because it's certain businesses that I've started where I made money the first day I launched it and then haven't since. I don't believe that's a failure. I feel like that's a regroup, get it together. This is something you love and you're passionate about and you want to offer to the world. Right. Rebrand it, figure it out, spend some more energy on it. It's going to be okay. But, I'm just a little different. I just make sure everything pop off. I feel like I've never failed at anything. And I feel like that gives you that extra courage too, though, because it's my perspective. It's up to you what success and failure is. And I feel like if you look at everything you just learn from it, you really be good.
That's true. Yeah, I never really thought about what they even deem as failure in the first place. That's why I couldn't even think of it.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I feel like I failed before.
Okay.
I asked my father for some money so I could buy a karaoke machine so I could go to Vegas to street perform. I ended up getting a raggedy karaoke machine that was it was raggedy, right? Because I had such low self-esteem that I didn't even think I deserved more than $100 from him. And that's a different subject, but that's not, because I'm telling y'all, like right now, like I really felt so bad about myself. Going to go on the street, and there's nothing wrong with street performing, but I felt like I failed. I came to LA. I came to LA and I went to Vegas, and both times I didn't make the money I thought I was going to make. But I also was like, you got this raggedy karaoke machine, can't nobody hear you. But I was singing. Let me tell you something on that Santa Monica Pier. Yeah. I don't know if it's the echo or not. Like, it probably got a nice vibrato. But baby, I was singing. Like, oh my gosh. But anyway, I still won because people still bought my CDs. People still was like, oh my God, can I take a picture with you? Recording me, giving me business cards. So even though I didn't make a whole bunch of money, I made some money and I met so many people and I felt good about myself. Yeah. So, even though I had a little crunchies in my shoulder from carrying that heavy guitar, I still just flip it. Like, you know what? But Vegas was kind of like a fail though.
Well, but see, everything that you say, I'm basically picking out words that's describing, for one, your actions. And honestly, this all makes sense for anybody. So initially I said, commitment. When you were talking about when you were in Vegas, you were doing a 3 a.m. drink, right?
Yes.
But what I just got from this story is determination. So you were determined to go out on that pier, and sing
and win.
And win.
For me though, for my win was doing that because I'm a little shy, I would say. So I would throw myself out there and do stuff like that to build my confidence.
Okay, so so you just gotta just do it, like you were saying.
Oh,
you gotta do the things you're afraid to do.
You do.
Yeah.
I've done so many things like that and had such valuable experiences. Every time I've just gone, you don't got no money, whatever, don't matter. Just go figure it out. And the miracles always manifested the entire way.
Absolutely. But that's the thing. Like, no one will know if it's going to work out if you don't try it all.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people all the time when I have like friends or whatever, and they give me the same thing. That's why I always mention, people say, I want to do this, but what if? And I was saying this on my Instagram a couple weeks ago, is that you're giving it a choice. Like, if you really want this, then you're just going to do it. You don't give yourself the backup plan. You don't say, but, whatever. If this is what you really want to do, then you just do it. Yeah. And it really is not a failure. You might have some down times when it's like, it's not popping off like you expected, but you pivot or you whatever, or you learn from it. But it doesn't have to be a failure. Right. And yeah.
People too hard on themselves. It's really not that deep.
Yeah. But being hard on yourself, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I feel like a lot of people are, and it's easy to do that. But I definitely learned to just chill out a little bit, and just do my thing, honestly. That's just kind of what you got to do. So, is there anything that any type of advice? I know you've given us a lot, but give me a few words. Like I've mentioned determination, I've mentioned consistency, right? Give me a few words that a person has to have, like traits and stuff like that you feel like you have to have in order to be the person that goes out and reaches their goals and their dreams and whatever the case is.
I feel like you gotta be passionate. You gotta be real passionate. You gotta be very goal oriented. I don't remember talking about goals, but I know that that's a big deal. You have to give yourself a deadline or give yourself some type of some type of win. And I feel like when you do that, you just hold yourself accountable. So accountable. Is another word. Accountable, committed, dedicated, goal-oriented, passionate.
Passionate is definitely one. I feel like passion has been the one thing that has always kept me going.
Yeah.
Like the most consistent
That's
thing.
all you need.
Right, because I know like sometimes I can procrastinate. That's what my whole last episode was about. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people do. Like you actually have professional procrastinators, but they still be like
operating.
I'm pretty sure if you talk to some like real successful people, they've had a moment where they're like, I don't feel like doing this or whatever the case is. They could probably tell you too. But I think the difference is you got procrastinators who procrastinate and never do.
Right.
And then you got the people who just like,
ones.
Yeah.
Are you a functional procrastinator?
I am. Okay. Yeah. And I'm doing better though. Cause I'm like how I was saying the last episode is that, okay, if I have the thought and the idea or if it's something I need to do, I just do it then.
Yes. There you go. So remember when we first met? And I used to be like, hey, can you direct this? Or hey, can we do this? And you'd be like, when? I'd be like, tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because I was just thinking like, oh yeah, we can do it this weekend. Maybe we might be talking on Tuesday. So I'm like, yeah, we can do it like this Saturday. And you like, well, I was thinking tonight.
Right.
I'm like, oh, all right.
Because I have a thought and I have to take action. Yeah, and I was like, yo, I want to work with her. I got to get her in now. Yeah. Who knows what tomorrow will bring.
Hey, and now look at us.
I know. Right.
And we work. Like we just did a photo shoot today.
We did. But listen, you were trying to procrastinate and wait till tomorrow. And I was like, yo, if you don't I was in a meeting, y'all. I was trying to
let you have your meeting.
Listen, I can take a meeting and I was fully attentive. I was talking to them, talking back.
That's true.
But I had to get your pictures in because you deserve to get your photo shoot and we have a deadline. Our deadline is December 3rd. You took some pictures of me. I got some of you. A lot of you, which are gonna be cool. You gotta tag me.
Hey, I'm gonna tag you. I'm gonna post something tomorrow.
But we knocked it out.
Yeah, we did.
We knocked it out. And I'm committed to doing that more often. And I feel like success loves speed. I say that all the time.
Absolutely.
I heard it from so many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of I've been listening to never mind, I'm not even gonna mention people if I can think of
Okay.
their name. It's like, forget it. Like, what?
Yeah.
But you were talking about deadlines.
Yeah.
So so you were saying that you don't necessarily write a list of things to do, but you at least
Yeah.
write down, okay, I want to do this by
then.
this time.
Yeah, and I think that can cause for some procrastination. But I do seem to get a lot done, even though I be procrastinating. But lately, I feel like we just on the same wave. Because I've been getting way more stuff done too quicker. Because I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go. What's up?
We are on that same, vibration, which is dope. That's why it's really cool, like, us being together, because we have the same, goals, dreams, the same passions. I mean, even if it's other, different things, but we definitely had the same characteristics, and that's really good. This gave me something else to think about. We almost done, because I don't know how long this is.
It's probably hella long.
But yeah, but hey, they gonna get this information. But real quick, like, what do you think about people who are in relationships and you're not with somebody who's on that same level? Like, you might want more for yourself, and they don't necessarily not want more for themselves or want more for you, but they're just like stagnant, and they
I don't like that. I don't like
yeah.
that. I feel like I would just leave. I would just be like, you know what? Because if some people just naturally probably don't. A lot of people don't grow, and that's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, or grow in the ways that you think that they're supposed to grow.
Right. They could be happy where they are.
Yeah. So, but that's not what I want. I don't want that type of person. I want to date someone who is always evolving and learning and growing and enjoying the fullness of life and doing whatever they want to do. That's like, I don't know. It's a feeling. Like, constantly moving versus being stagnant. It's an energy.
Right.
No matter how it manifests and what the person's actually doing.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're in a relationship like that,
that might not be the one.
Yeah. Figure it out. Are you really serious about your growing? Because sometimes you can inspire your partner. And they be like, oh, you know what? I like that. But if they not budging and they being negative, I would be like, peace out. Because sometimes, like, people, 3 a.m. call. You living with somebody. They might get cranky or something. Or, and who knows? I would hate somebody to... hate on somebody for getting personal development in a relationship. But that's possible. They can be like, why you up so early? Or, or if they just, like, don't care about your growth. Because sometimes when you're growing, it can be so exciting.
And you want to tell somebody.
And then it's like talking to a brick wall, and you're like, okay. I don't want to have sex with that.
Right.
That's not something I want to share my life with. So yeah, I would say keep growing, and naturally things will dissipate. But when it's time, if you're supposed to leave and that person ain't or align with you,
perfect, great. Thank you so
much
for all of the information that you've given us. Cool. Well, you want to tell people where they can find you?
Oh my gosh. Yes, go to KarisLovechild.com, duh.
Yeah.
And then also follow me on Instagram. But I would say if you're going to follow me on Instagram, you need to turn on your post notifications because Instagram be interesting these days.
That's true.
I got TikTok. I be funny sometimes. YouTube, I don't even Karis Lovechild. So
you got
like
some
that's
banging
for the
videos
music.
on there.
Yeah, that's for the music.
Yeah.
Morgan the CEO actually directed
Hey.
my last one, and we got another one coming.
Facts.
But yeah,
Black Girl Botanica.
Black Girl Botanica. If you are looking to grow, I definitely created a safe space for Black women to learn about their spirituality, their roots, and just be that thing that I wanted. Like that little girl that was stealing Barack Obama books. She just wanted to learn about her people. She wanted to learn about her roots, and I didn't know where to go, so I went to Barnes and Nobles, and I found all types of information. So I feel like there's a lot of people that want that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I created that space for Black women.
That's amazing. That is awesome.
Pussy potions. No. Pussy
we didn't mention that?
We didn't talk nothing about pussy potions. Shameless plug. I have to plug myself.
You got to. Commercial time.
Yes, commercial. Yes, period. Yes. So, Pussy Potions is amazing. We have so many beautiful herbal remedies and teas and all types of good stuff for your pussy. Ladies, if you are experiencing like excruciating periods and stuff, we have pussy tea, which is amazing. It relaxes the uterus, it strengthens it, it tones it.
I will say, and I can. Yes, it works.
Did your cramps go away?
Yes.
Basically, I'm over here.
Yeah, I'm like, because I know I used to take Advil. Even before I would get my cramps, I just would know, all right, it's that time. So let me just take 2 Advils throughout my first 2 days. I just make sure every 8 hours, they say, or 4, whatever. But then when I met you and I started drinking the tea, at first I was a little afraid, like, should I stop the Advil? So I like weaned myself off. Like, the first day I still take the first two, but then I wouldn't continue like every 4 or 6 hours,
Right.
and I would drink the tea. Then I started realizing, oh, I'm cool. Then I stopped I took one. I would, instead of taking two, I'd take one Advil.
Because he was
and
scared.
drink
He was
the
like,
tea.
I don't want to feel this.
I'm not trying to
I don't
feel
know
that.
if this pussy tea works.
Right. I was like, but I started realizing, okay, it is working. Then I stopped taking Advil and I'll just drink the tea. What I did notice is if I drink the tea before my cycle and then continue while I'm on my cycle, then I'm good. So it's good to drink, throughout the month. And then it's tea. I mean, it's herbal tea. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can just drink it even if you don't have to drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
great.
dope.
Yeah, but ladies, it does have a lot of nice benefits on you. You gotta just try that out.
Absolutely.
Pussy with an I, PUSSI,
Yes.
potions.com.
What else do you all sell? Because I cut you off.
Girl, no, you good. I was just sharing with the people in case we got some women or guys that, know a woman has fibroids. That's a big thing in our community. So, you want to make sure you're supporting your ladies and giving them some of the pussy pampering.
Right, because the tea is good for inflammation.
Absolutely. I know a lot of guys see their girls crying with cramps and stuff. It does not have to hurt. It really don't. And you can do something natural.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much
All right,
again
you're
for
welcome.
coming. Dun, 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 dun. We on the CEO Lifestyle Podcast. You are a CEO, so that's why I had to have you. Thank you so much. Peace. I'm Morgan the CEO, y'all.